Hello, Saskia here. I'm checking in. I have noticed for myself the array of emotions that I have been experiencing. My two beauties are with their dad for the week, which has given me freedom to close out projects. But it has also left me with this open space, which has felt overwhelming, paralyzing, and then sometimes joyous. So all probably in pretty equal amounts, thankfully. There is a lot of joy here, and that is something that I do cherish, is this time to myself, because I'm quite comfortable with myself in order to have this time. And I know they're in amazing, wonderful hands with their dad, so I can have complete ease in that regard when I'm on my own. But in the current climate, the general consciousness is that of anxiety and is that of stress and fear. And of course, I'm feeling it too. Who isn't? But as I reflect upon my movements, I'm also aware that I am consciously keeping a routine as best as possible. I still get up in the mornings. I still do my morning meditation. I still do my morning rituals. I have incorporated my neti pot again. I only did neti, which is nasal irrigation, when I had a cold. But I have heard that the virus can remain in the nasal passageways for up to 3 days before it fully manifests. So that still gives us another opportunity to help flush out bacteria. So I've incorporated that into my routine again, even though I don't per se have a cold. And I've been aware of how much more mindful I am being asked to be. How often do I touch my face in various ways? Thinking, how do I, just being aware, noticing the daily actions that we don't normally need to pay attention to. We are being asked to pay attention, not in a stressful way, not in a hyper-vigilant way, but in a mindful way. And what I mean by that is keeping a softness around it without chastising, without putting ourselves down. Oh, you did it again. Can you not figure this out? Just cultivating compassion and steadiness and building another layer of awareness, expanding upon our awareness of how we move about in the world. As soon as I come inside, I still wash my hands. I still take that time to wash, do the webbed fingers. I Skyped with my brother and sister-in-law yesterday, and she also talked about running the fingers through the soap in the palm of your hands so that you get under your nails. And I was like, and the thumbs, being mindful, being right-handed. I noticed I always do the left thumb, but I was like, ooh, you're not doing that right thumb. Pay more attention to the right thumb as well. So just listening, not to the collective fear, but listening as to how we can expand our awareness as to how we operate in and about our homes and our communities, even though the community is limited. But if we're out shopping, listen to the instincts. If the instincts is, even after you've pulled up in the car park of the shopping, of the supermarket, of now's not the time to go, I need to go home. Trust in that. Trust in that. Trust in your inner wisdom. Trust in your own self to know this isn't the optimal time. You don't have to know why. You don't have to intellectualize it. Don't be so ridiculous. What on earth could it be? You don't need to. We need to build on our intuition. And sometimes we don't even ultimately know why there was a nudge to say, no, now turn around and go home. Because what it might have been is that someone may have had a coughing fit, turned to move away from coughing into somebody else, and then coughed onto you. We don't know. But trusting the intuition is important. I've been wearing my wools. My wool skirt, my wool trousers, my sweaters, my turtlenecks. Wool is what keeps us warmest. And as what one of my teachers said, we want to keep, especially the upper torso, warm, because this is where the heart is, this is where the lungs are, and this is where the primary circulation needs to be. We need the heart warm and at ease and in comfort. I don't know if you can use those words in relationship to the heart, but the heart wants to be pumping. And when we're cold, there's contraction. So we want to be warm. We want the blood flowing freely. Either, if we are chilly, putting some fun music on and moving about and dancing a bit with the kids, without, with your partners, with the pets, whoever it is, but getting some movement in the body. If you don't feel in the mood to do exercise or yoga, or you're like, I'm not wearing the right clothes, I don't want to be doing yoga now. It's like, okay, you can dance in anything. And Body Groove is a great one. Misty, I forget her last name, but Body Groove, she has a great app, and she's a really happy, approachable woman to dance with in your sitting room. So that's a lot of fun too. Putting music on. Put music on. Have your classical music, have your 80s rock, whatever it wants to be, your poppy music, just have it in the background. I love my Sanskrit music. My Saramkar, my Jai Utal, all of those Sanskrit chants. Like Grish can be uplifting, funky beat, but then also more meditative, calmer, smooth instrumentals. Whatever it is that allows you to shift out of the fear consciousness and allows you a moment to breathe so that we can rewrite this default that we're falling into of collective consciousness and fear. This is a time to be cautious, to be wise and thoughtful of our actions. But the fear can be just as detrimental as any other action. So let us, as many of us, be more cognitive of what does lift our spirits, what allows us to raise our frequency to a higher level. This is another one of our lessons that we have the opportunity to learn. I was incredibly fearful this morning, and I was just in a loop of fear. So I made the calls. I was like, who's got an opening? Who's available? And then by talking to my network, talking to friends, it got me to shift my psyche. Use us, use your friends, use people you entrust in to help you shift so that you can rise up. And that is what keeps our immunity strong. That is what keeps our spirit strong. We are going to be challenged. This is not even the first week that we have completed of this initial shutdown. And we don't know how long it's going to be. So coming back to ourselves, coming back to our mindful practices is going to be beneficial and helpful. My love and blessings to you all. Thank you. Namaste.